Holy crap, everybody. It Chapter 2, CinemaCon's footage description is something else. And I'm saying that with the utmost respect. Because Pennywise the Clown, man, is one of the most deranging and creepy horror characters I've ever met and witnessed as a kid growing up. But before I get anything started, make sure you guys hit that like button. If you're new, hit that like button and subscribe button as well. And also feel free, at the very end of the video, make sure you guys let me know after you get done watching it what you guys think about the video, and if you guys have any topics that you guys want me to speak on, whether it be in article form or just shooting them in the comments. I'll do my best to research on them and give you my best review on them. Make sure you guys also subscribe to my boys Millaboy Gaming and Heemz Gaming for more gaming and live stream. They do some pretty dope stuff, and you may just see your boy on there kicking some ass as well. Okay, as I mentioned, CinemaCon just hit up Las Vegas with their own some footage from It Chapter 2. Of course, from 2017, that's when we first got the first It. As we all know, it's one of Steven Spielberg's greatest classics. I'm sorry, Stephen King's novel turned film adaptation classics. Set in 1986 originally, and then it got I didn't know this, but it was actually adapted as a TV miniseries in 1990, and starring Tim Curry as Pennywise. And so I can't believe it's already been 2 years. But back in 2017, that's when we first got the first remastered It. And so if you guys don't know, it's slated to be coming out this fall, 2019, September 6th, if I'm not mistaken. So here's the description of how, one of the scenes with the grown-up Beverly. First things first, if you guys don't remember, Beverly Marsh had a very abusive father when she lived in that apartment. So when she returns, to that same apartment, she gets greeted by an older woman, and she says, "Dear," and I quote, "Dear, it's not for me to tell you this, but your father passed away," end quote. So the lady, she tells Beverly, then she invites Bev for some cookies, and a drink, and old lady says, "So how does it look?" Bev's like, "It's much cleaner." Then she kind of looks over and she sees this old blood-covered letter that leads her to flashback to a happy memory from childhood. And so with that being said, the old lady then brings tea and puts on some music. So Beverly looks, at a window and notices a bunch of bugs gathering there. And the old lady apologizes for the heat, saying, and I quote, "It's that time of year." Right. And so the woman then utters the strange statement, "No one who dies in Derry ever really dies," which is confusing, which then confuses Beverly. I mean, as it should anybody for that matter. So the old woman then stares off for a moment, wearing a creepy smile, which to me could be our first hint that the old woman is really Pennywise the Clown in another one of his forms. So the woman suddenly comes to and asks Beverly, "How is it to be back in Derry again?" Bev answers, "It's strange," and the woman asks her how so, but then their conversation is interrupted by the buzzing of an oven. The old woman is making cookies and insists Beverly stay and have one. Talk about overstaying, you're welcome. So as the woman goes to get the cookies, Beverly looks at some old portraits on the wall. She asks about one particular picture of the woman's parents. The old lady tells Bev her father joined the circus. Bev looks at some more old pictures, and the woman in the background suddenly snaps out, showing supernatural speed, peeks up what Beverly is doing, and then disappears back into the kitchen. And I'm picturing this in my mind. I'm really getting like this really fast, knee-jerking movement, since I mentioned supernatural speed. This is what I'm really getting from the description here. And then as Bev takes, note of another picture of the old lady's father in the circus, the woman again appears in the background, moving with creepy speed. The woman then tells Bev she was, and I quote, "always Daddy's little girl," and asks her, "Yes, what about you? Are you still Daddy's little girl, Beverly?" Now, that's where I would have to pump the damn brakes, because how weird and confusing I would be. I would be up out of there, honestly. Just at the side of the damn flies, if you ask me. But of course, Beverly was horribly abused by her father in the first film, as I mentioned at the very beginning of this video. So the question itself is creepy, of course. So the old lady then charges in making a horrifying sound. And so, and I forgot to say this, the director, before playing the footage for the people at CinemaCon in Las Vegas, he said, and I quote, "You're going to shit yourself." And so the CinemaCon audience was left in suspense about Bev's fate. However, as the footage then cut to a sizzle reel of both the kid versions of the Losers Club and the grown-up versions, as well as shots of Pennywise flying above, clutching a bunch of red balloons, and shots of the circus and characters trudging through water, the reel ended with Pennywise coming out and saying, "Hello," to a little girl. From the above footage description, it's clear that It Chapter 2 is going to bring the horror as hard as the original It did, and maybe even harder. It'll be interesting to see if the second film can scare up the same huge box office grosses as the first film did when it arrived in 2017. I can't wait for this film, man, honestly. And it always comes out like right before Halloween, and I think that this makes a great Halloween treat if you guys really enjoy, the festivities of Halloween. I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. If you guys don't know this already, oh wow, I was right. So it does come out September 6th of this year. So I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, it too. If you ever decide to go see it, if that's your kind of thing. This has been your boy Share Speaks, man. I love you guys. Peace and love.